who you is. Like Morpheus did Neo. Telling you that, hey, once you remember who you is, you ain't got to run from bullets no more. You don't have to want for money. You'll never lack again in your life. You'll never want for anything because you are everything. How can you want for anything when you are already everything? Unless you don't know what you are or who you are or where you came from or what you came back to do. Are you moving off inspiration, which is the direction of your ancestors and your creator? Or are you moving off the laws of the land? What dictates your day? See, I set a time, 6:30, when I walk in here, when I want to. And other individuals will feel like, oh, he shouldn't do that. But yes, I should. Because I'm not abiding by the law of no land. I come in here when my ancestors tell me to come in here. I speak about what my ancestors permit me to speak about. Because I move off the law of the cosmos. I'm divinely guided because I'm tapped into my divine feminine energy, which is what a lot of us lack as gods. We got masculine, we lack the empathy. We lack the understanding, the patience, because that takes divine feminine energy to do that. And you know, they taught us don't go into your feminine nothing because then you what? Tell you soft, you know, right? The tricks they play to dim the beautiful glow of the soul. Everything ever done to you or taught to you by your oppressor was given to you to dim your soul. That's why I told you we don't need emotions. Love, fear, anger, pride, jealousy. I ain't got to say the H word. Not in front of this crystal, I will not. Because that ain't the frequency this crystal deserves. Because she is alive. But you know the H word. Emotions dim the soul. They dim the soul. 9 ether beings. See? 9 ether beings. Look at yourself. Look at the metaphysical you. Hold on, let's look at the metaphysical you for a second, in case you forgot. Look at the metaphysical you. That's the metaphysical you. You see the Makerba? That's the Makerba, y'all. If y'all never knew what the Makerba was, you see it? Triangle, and then the other one. They call it the Star of Israel, but nah, that's our Makerba. Now, they stole everything from us. They stole everything from us. Remember that. They call it the Star of David. Everybody talking about they let the GDs in the dough. For those people, they call it the 6-point star for the GDs. Who you see how Larry Hoover, free Larry Hoover too. You see this is Larry Hoover adopted that star. And then you wonder why he's sitting in jail. You run around thinking y'all GDs and throwing up pitchforks and 6-point stars for all the people that took it and made it a gang, which it is not, which it was never supposed to be. Divine messages was in what Larry Hoover was doing. Facts. This is the ancient Makerba. This is how you look. When you sit in when you in your meditative state, you activate this Makerba around you. And also notice, it also represents divine masculine energy, which points up to enforce, and divine feminine energy, which points down, give orders, the creativity. Also represents, you see the star on top? Divine masculine energy. Because he has to listen to what the divine feminine energy is telling and then enforce it. The one pointing down, divine feminine energy. Because the feminine energy gives the orders. It's the creativity. And this is the same Makerba. As above, so below. That's where that come from. You know? Now you see why the Israelites had to go adopt our shit. Grounding. You see another Makerba at the bottom. That's a whole nother lecture for a whole nother moment because I ain't trying to shut YouTube down. They'll do it if I get to dive into that one at the bottom. We're going to say that for the website. You also see one on the top because that represents the many different possibilities that exist, limitless. You feel me? Yeah, all the colors, all the vibratory colors in there. The chakras, right? But this Makerba, all right, the Makerba, that's what a Makerba is. It's a 6-point star. All right. The Makerba is the same Makerba that they used to blow our second sun away in the beginning of the war. All right. And when they took our planet from us and everything from us, peace to all the guys walking in class, 2,100 people in class, what's the word? But when they took our Makerba and pushed the second sun away, that started the whole cosmic war that we are still battling now. So we gonna stay right there at that. How this Makerba, we had a one that was outside of us, and you have one that's inside of you and around you. These Makerbas. You also can activate the Makerba to travel in it. This is the original astral traveling. The original astral traveling before you had to leave the vessel. Okay? The original astral projection before you ever had to leave the vessel. Because you are immortal. We are immortal beings. It was the oxygen that made you what they want to call, quote unquote, superhuman. Because you could never be human. At the least, you could be superhuman. That means you this God living in this human state, but you're still going to be superb regardless, because your genetics that's just what you are. You are the creator of everything, and everything is you. Okay? So, before we dive deep into this divine download, it's imperative that we open it up with the right spiritual energy. So first, let me start with my disclaimer. If you don't like to hear profanity, get the fuck out now. Okay?